Sack Life, beat depression. It's day 724, and we're back for more with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody who's tuned in now, anyone who's tuning in later. Appreciate you guys and girls out there. Want to shout out gratitude to the first ones in. Mad with Hats, right on time. Crushing the game, brother. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you for tuning in. You are going to be the focus of my gratitude section today. Also, gratitude going out to Brett. Brett's in there too, right off the bat. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in and for being here and supporting us, supporting everybody, including yourselves. I appreciate it. I know others have mentioned they appreciate it too, and you are my gratitude section today. Go ahead and think about the thing you're grateful for that'll help put you in a positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. Second mental health tool we'll talk about is the progress tracking tool. Keeping track of the number of days you show up for yourself has that cumulative building positive effect of reminding us how strong we are and how much we are capable of, even in the face of anything that's trying to slow us down. It's been 724 days of consecutive progress for me. Sackman, let me know how many days it's been for you. And one of the cool things about that number is when we share it, it can help inspire and motivate others to make progress as well. So please do keep track of it. Please do share it and let the world know if it's having a positive impact on you. That being said, today's episode we're going to talk about elbow strikes. We're going to throw some bows, and we're going to throw them from southpaw position. Just like yesterday, we were working with that switch a little bit, switching stance, switching into southpaw. We're going to do the same thing today. We're going to be throwing some elbow strikes. We'll still have fundamentals going in there. And again, I'm feeling a lot better from COVID. I think it's day 7. I'm going to have to go back and check. Feeling a lot better. However, still have this extreme fatigue once I start moving and putting energy into something. So I'm going to have to moderate, again, my intensity level down. I'm hoping that soon this will pass, but I don't know if maybe this is a lasting effect. We'll see how it goes. Not sure. But I'm going to tune into me, tune into what I'm capable of, make sure I'm giving myself a challenge and not pushing too hard with that challenge. I don't want to push so hard that I'll need a day off, that'll feel like work. I don't want to push too easy or not push at all, because then I'll fall into boredom and I won't have motivation to continue going. When I find that flow zone in between, and that's something we all have to find as individuals, we got to find that level where we can challenge ourselves to our skill level, and as that level improves, we can improve the challenge or increase that challenge. So you will see me slow my roll. I will be slowing my pace so I can make it through this thing and not run out of breath. I'm already running out of breath just talking for some reason. But won't stop us, right? We're going to find a way forward no matter what we're dealing with, and we're going to keep going. That way we can keep getting stronger. So, talking about today's lesson, shout out to Wrestling Omar. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. And bong, 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 respect from Mad with Hats. Thanks for being here. So we're going to toss some jabs and crosses, right? Toss a couple of fundamentals in there. We're also going to throw a crossing elbow strike, a little bonus elbow action, overhand elbow strike, bonus elbow from that side as well. And we're going to do those elbow strikes from southpaw position. So we'll be switching from the cross. We could step forwards and then toss that lead, pop, pop, pop. We can throw those elbows in there from southpaw position. Remember, in southpaw, it's exactly the same. Everything is the same. It's just a mirror image of what we were doing in orthodox position. So, same mechanics. We're going to be taking the same angles, just from the opposite side of the body. Normally, our dominant hand is in the back with orthodox position. In southpaw, that dominant hand is in the front. And there are many different ways that you can switch through from orthodox to southpaw. You can do the step through where you leave one foot on the ground connected at the ball of the foot, and you just pivot on that foot, swinging the other foot around, stepping forwards into southpaw. You can also, if you're in orthodox position, you can step backwards into southpaw by pivoting on the rear foot, boom, and we're in southpaw position. You can come out of a kick, right? You can come out of a kick and step in to southpaw. You can come across with a hook, with a cross, and then step forwards into southpaw. There's so many different ways that you can pivot in. And you can also give it the little hop. Short hop, boom. Swap the feet, swap the hands, and you're in southpaw. Shout out to Tanea. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you out there. So as I talked about with the other guys in here. We're going to be doing southpaw lesson today, so that's going to be effectively firing all our tools from the opposite stance, a mirror image of our stance, and we're going to be throwing some elbow strikes. I also mentioned that I will be dialing my intensity down. I am still recovering from COVID, and while I feel great, I feel like everything is pretty much past. No more headache, no more fever, still got some body pains. That might be normal. I am suffering from early fatigue and a lot of fatigue once I start moving and putting energy in. So I'm going to dial that intensity down on my end. But remember, this is about you guys giving yourself a personal self-care routine. And it's about you guys pushing to your level. So make sure that you moderate your output, right? The volume of punches that you're throwing, the power behind those punches, and the speed at which you're punching, those are all things you can control and moderate so that you can give yourself a challenge. Shout out as well to Slayer Ken. Thanks for being here. Just shared his days at 232 days. I think that's wrong, Ken. Let me know. And Tanea said, the fact that you're still going is so motivating and amazing. Thank you. I'm heading to the beach and hope to practice it. Cool. Yeah, and you can catch these. Thank you so much. You can catch these lessons on your own schedule whenever you'd like on YouTube at Sack Life Daily, uploading still after every single show, and I'm just doing what I can. And it's for us, not just for you guys. I'm not out here completely selfless. I'm also doing this for me. This is what keeps me alive. It's what keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and keeps me looking for ways to improve my life, really reinforcing that growth mindset. So just, full disclosure, it's good for everybody. So, and the more we have working together, the better we can do, not just for ourselves, but for one another. So, that being said, to Ken, thank you for sharing your days, even though I think that's the wrong count you gave me. Double check yourself before you wreck yourself. We're also going to have some motivating tunes coming out. There you go. Oh crap, 332. You lost like 100 days there in no time. But glad you're keeping track of it, Ken. Glad I'm keeping track of it. Glad you've been here so consistent every single day, building up that progress and inspiring others as well. So let's get right into it. That's enough chatting. We'll have our timer going standard rounds, 3 minutes each. 1 minute breaks in between to catch your breath, drink some water. Check in on you and make sure you're not overreaching. Signs of overreaching: dizziness, lightheadedness, nauseousness in the stomach. All those things mean you'll want to dial back that intensity a bit. So, let's do this thing. Boom. Boom. Yeah, Daily Beat's good today. I might start making new music again. Let me know what you guys think. You tired of these tracks already? We'll see. I should have some time. Alright, that being said, let's pop into stance. Starting in orthodox stance, same as always. Visualize that square on the ground. Place the ball of each foot, top corner, bottom corner, head right in the middle, nice and centered. Tuck that chin, roll the shoulders, curl the hips, bend those knees just a bit. And we're going to start by stepping into the 1-2, and then we're going to end it with an elbow strike across the face of that depression dummy. Visualize that target, make contact with that target on those strikes, and remember to acknowledge what it is you're doing every day. That is the depression dummy we are knocking the lies out of. So visualize that dummy, and let's knock out some lies together. Here we go, we're in it. Step in for the 1-2, and from that second strike, I want you to rotate through, boom, and bring that elbow right across the face of that depression dummy. We can bring that lead hand back to defend the head as we twist through the body for the elbow strike. Step in for the 1, rotate for the 2, rotate, boom, for the 3. Now you may want to bring that rear foot up, right? We step for the 1, we step for the 2 as well, and then rotate, boom, rotate across on the ball, that lead foot, driving that elbow right across the face. Pop 1, pop 2, stepping forwards with the rear foot to match up, and then roll through, whoosh, boom, roll through the hips and shoulders, bring that elbow across. When we toss the elbow strike, we drop the lead hand into a pocket on the chest, pressing the wrist as close as we can. We let the body weight do the work, rotating through the body, hips and shoulders, turning on the ball of that front foot, and driving that sharp point of the elbow across the face of that depression dummy. Give it a little bonus action, boom, by popping it back out of the pocket and switching back over to standard stance. Now we're going to work in the switch. Step in for the 1 from orthodox. Step all the way forwards, 2 into the cross, and now from here it's going to become a rear elbow strike. We're going to drop that rear elbow, rear hand into the pocket and rotate, boom, rotate forwards on that rear foot, turn it through and switch all the way back. Standard orthodox position. Step in for the jab, turn through the hips and step, boom, step forwards for the cross, and then rotate with that rear hand, drop the rear hand in the pocket, rotate, boom, and again, take another step. It's going to be an advancing combo here, 3-point advancing combo. Step in for the 1, step forwards into southpaw for the 2, and then we're going to step for the 3 as well, turning, whoosh, boom, we're bringing that elbow all the way across, tossing it into the pocket, and then pop it out for a little bonus action, all the way back. So orthodox stance, step in for the 1, step forwards for the 2, rotate all the way through, another step here, pivot all the way through, boom, and bring that elbow around, bonus elbow action, back to the stance, back to orthodox, step for the 1, 2, elbow strike, and pop for the bonus, all the way back to orthodox, step for the 1, step for the 2, and rotate, boom, rotate around for that elbow strike, bam, hit him with the double. Back to stance, 1, 2, elbow, pop, back to stance, all the way up, 1, 2, elbow, pop, and that is the end of round 1. What's cool about those advancing combos, a way to keep them tight and concise, is to make sure that you don't lean in, don't lean off your center. Make sure that torso stays nice and balanced in your balanced stance. So when you're tossing, right, I'm not leaning over my center of gravity. I'm just rotating. Pivot, right? Pivot, pivot, boom. And you should feel that power coming through the rotation. Shout out to Lisa Luminary. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Carol Paradox. That's my mom. Love you, Ma. Thanks for tuning in. We got 31 seconds, and we're going to pop into the next session, in which we'll be firing off some more elbow strikes, starting in southpaw position this time. And I'm going to keep that intensity down. I think if I can keep pushing at just that level that we're just practicing at, I should be alright and not wind up lightheaded or fatigued. So now, here's our orthodox position. We're going to switch it, give it a hop, boom. We're in southpaw position now, and we're going to start with some elbow strikes. We're going to start with the lead 1. Elbows are short range weapons, so we want to make that leap in, boom. Small leap, pushing off the rear foot, right? Square up those hips and shoulders in neutral stance, and we're going to turn in, dropping that lead hand into the pocket. We're going to launch off that rear foot, boom, and twist through the shoulders and hips for an elbow strike, bonus action, and then bring the other elbow around, whoosh, boom. Double elbow action there, all the way back to southpaw position. Start with that lead cross elbow, boom, bonus pop, and then twist through for the rear elbow, whoosh, there it is, and bonus pop there. Now when we step forwards, when we lunge forwards, we want to make sure that we're not stepping over and creating too narrow of a stance. So keep that stance nice and balanced, and make sure that you're stepping forwards, almost like you're standing on railroad tracks, right? Boom, boom. Those feet are evenly spaced. When we rotate through for the elbow strike, bah, we're turning from the hips up. We're twisting through the hips and shoulders, bringing that elbow strike around. But we want to keep the stance kind of still balanced and square. So step in for it. 1, 2, rotate, 3, 4. Back to stance, square up, southpaw position. Pop into the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can exhale on those strikes to add some more power in and engage that core. Square up, southpaw position. Launch forwards into the first elbow strike. Pop, 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 pop. Back to stance, keep the guard high. Launch for the first elbow strike. Southpaw, pop, 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 pop. Back to stance, keep it square. And we're going to start working on an overhand elbow here from southpaw position. Launch forwards into that first cross, double it up, and from here we're going to swing that rear elbow up and over. Bomb, coming down and right down the center line. And give a little bonus pop there as well. Back to stance. Keep it southpaw. I know it feels awkward if you haven't done it in a while. Launch forwards into the first elbow. Bah. Bonus elbow action there. And now we're going to drop this hand deep into a deep pocket, right? We're going to drop that hand deep, but we're going to send that rear elbow up and over like an axe. Swing it over from the back. Boom. Over the top, down that center line. And then a little bonus action back up into the jaw of that depression dummy. Keep that guard high. Keep it tight. Launch for the first elbow. Bah, bah. Second elbow's coming over the top, right? Swing it up. Boom. Rotate over. Let that body weight carry it through. Little bonus action there. Back to stance. Keep it square. Visualize that target. Hit him with a 1-2. Hit him with that elbow strike. Elbow, pop, boom, boom. And back to stance. Guard high through all strikes. It's the end of round 2. Catch your breath, drink some water, check in on you. Make sure you're doing all right. Oh. And how's my pace? How's my breath? I'm doing all right. Not pushing too hard. Really trying to moderate down to this new COVID situation. Shout out to D&D Bartending Services. Dope name. I'm going to check you out. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you. We've got 30 seconds and we're going to pop into the final section. We'll be throwing some more elbows from southpaw position. Remember, that is a mirror image of everything we normally do in orthodox. Continue to visualize that target. We're going to start in orthodox position this time, and we're going to work through both switching stance in between. Orthodox position, everything is balanced and squared. We've got 5 seconds. We're going to start by launching in for that lead elbow strike, followed by the overhand, right overhead elbow. So from orthodox position, leap forwards on the feet, twist through the hips and shoulders for that cross elbow. Boom, bring it back. And now we're going to send that rear elbow up and over. Boom, down the center line. Bonus action there. Guard stays high the whole time. Let's see if we can work in a switch now. Step in for the lead elbow strike. Boom. Now we're going to go with the rear elbow strike. Bang. And this time we're going to do it with a step in there. Stepping over, boom, and rotating through. Stepping and pivoting on that lead foot. So here's what it looks like from the back. We're going to launch forwards into that first elbow strike. Bonus elbow action there. And now we're going to send that rear foot forwards, right? Pivot, boom, and drive that elbow over the top. It's now an advancing elbow strike combo. Back to stance, all the way back to orthodox. Launch in for that first elbow strike. Bah. Bonus elbow action. Boom. Now we're going to pivot on that front foot and send that rear elbow up and over, right? Up, boom, over the top for that downward elbow strike. Little bonus action there, and pivot all the way back to orthodox position. Hit him with the 1-2. 1, 2, 3. And step in for that elbow strike. Elbow 1, bonus, overhand. Bang with the switch. And bonus action there as well, all the way back to stance. Let's start it in southpaw, see if we can do the same thing. Step in for the first elbow strike, boom. Bonus elbow action there, and now we're going to step forwards, pivoting on that front foot. Boom. Oh, almost took out my camera. Back to stance. Pivot through on that front foot and drive that elbow down the center line. Starting in southpaw position, step in for that first elbow strike, keeping it nice and square. Pop, pop. Now overhand, we're going to pivot on that front foot, on the ball of front foot, stepping forwards and through the strike. Boom. Through that strike into that elbow. Boom. Overhead elbow and a little bonus action there. Back to guard. From southpaw position, step in for the 1. Boom, boom. Step through for that 2, that overhand. Bang, driving that elbow over the top, dropping it like an axe, and a little bonus elbow action there. Back to stance, southpaw position, step in for the 1, pop, pop, step through for the 2, bang, boom, and back to stance. Keep the guard high, chin tucked, step in for it, 1, 2, boom, 3, and 4, back to stance. 4 elbow strikes from southpaw, 1, 2, boom, boom, 3, 4. Keep those knees bent. Remember to pivot through on that second strike. First strike, we launch forwards, pushing off that rear foot. Boom, driving through the hips and shoulders. Bonus action there. Now we're going to step through. And there it is. Keep it balanced. Do not lean through it. Keep it nice and centered. Step into the 1. And back to stance. Guard high. That is the end of round 3. I hope that you pushed yourselves and gave yourselves a challenge today. I hope you found room to grow and things to learn as we continue to make progress our goal. Remember, once you have made progress your goal, there's no limit to how much progress you can make and no limit to how much success you can have. Remember to give yourself credit for that success, for showing up every day. Even just getting out of bed in the face of depression or anxiety is an accomplishment. It does take effort, and remember that these things are life-threatening illnesses. They are serious. It takes effort, it takes work, and you deserve credit for that endurance and strength that you've shown to be here every day. So please do keep giving yourself that credit, and until next time, I'll catch you same exact time, same exact channel, same exact life. Zach Man out. Yeah.